We're talking more transfer portal on today's Ohio State Football Report because it's so hot right now. How can you not talk about it? Even with the CFP around the corner, there's a lot of buzz and news and rumors out there on OSU. We're going to spend a lot of time on it. And we are trying to continue to grow our channel here. Appreciate everyone who has been watching, subscribing, commenting, liking, etc. The best way for us to grow, get our videos in front of new audience, are shares. Help us out. Share today's video on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever. Appreciate everyone who does so. All right, 3 transfer portal targets who are now being linked to Ohio State. First up is center Braelin Moore, who spent this past year at Virginia Tech, as the Hokies getting hit a little bit hard here by the transfer portal. This was his second year starting for Virginia Tech, was a left guard back in 2023, center this past year, and took a step forward. Now, he told Bucknuts that, or 24/7 Sports, I should say, he has interest in Ohio State. Unclear if that interest is mutual at this time. He was a 3-star recruit coming out of Pennsylvania. Interior offensive lineman, has played again left guard and center. 2 years of eligibility remaining. So this is someone that if Ohio State wants him, sounds like they could get him. Unclear if that's the path they're going to pursue. And Moore was better this year at center for Virginia Tech. I think there are still elements of concern here. Okay-ish run blocker, a little high on the sacks allowed for a center. Also had 6 penalties, not necessarily something you'd like to see. I will make note that 3 of his 12 pressures came against Duke this year and kind of maybe didn't finish the year the way he was hoping to. 5 in his last 2 games against Duke and Virginia, respectively. But this is a starting center from an ACC, better-ish ACC program. What you should consider. Also, per 24/7 Sports, some notable schools to reach out: LSU, Miami, Michigan State, Cal. So again, there's talented programs, good programs involved here. So what do you want to do? You want to go after him? You want to go try to get him in the portal to sign with Ohio State? Y for yes, N for no. Let me know at the pinned comments of today's show. The ad comes here on YouTube. Take advantage of it. Head down there and let me know. Now this one, I'm very intrigued by. Mansoor Delane. The Virginia Tech, he's a corner, really. He's played a little bit of safety. We'll spend some more time on that here in a little bit. Certainly worth mentioning that he just so happens to hop in the portal right after his brother, the highly touted 4-star safety, signed with Ohio State. Probably not a coincidence there at all, and I am very intrigued by this one. So Fahim Delane is the number 50 overall recruit, the 4-star, number 4 ranked safety. I do think adding, again, one of the better players that I think is in the portal right now is something you should consider doing when you are Ohio State, when you are the premier program, one of the premier programs. A chance to get really a 2.5, 3-year starter. He didn't play every snap in 2022, but was very good. I think Delane is one of the better players in the portal, and I have a lot of interest in pursuing him. Now, Bill Kurlick over at 24/7 Sports wrote this about Delane. 2-year starter for Virginia Tech. Again, played a lot in 2022, by the way. Combined with Dorian trying to form a good duo corner this year, has played a good amount of safety. 3 seasons at Virginia Tech, he has over 1,800 snaps. Now, Bill says he could be a safety or corner NFL-wise. I think he's just a corner. That's where he spent the majority of his time this past season, and overall was pretty solid outside of some big plays that he did allow, which maybe is a concern there. Particularly against Duke and Syracuse, there were some rough moments. Maybe a little bit less so against Syracuse because they tried to throw his way a decent amount, so it happens. But I think Delane is a really good corner. I have a lot of interest in him. We'll spend some more time on him here in just a second. But first, today's show is made possible by GameTime. They got a new feature. It's called GameTime Picks. Makes getting tickets to see your favorite teams play live even easier. GameTime Picks filters out the fluff to only show you incredible deals on great seats. So you don't have to waste time switching through thousands of different ticket options. It is curation to help make it easier to find the best price on great seats. That is for NFL games, OSU basketball games, and of course the college football playoff opening round game. Those will be expensive, of course. It's the first time that's happened. Tennessee at Ohio State should be a fantastic game. Whether it's for a football game or a concert, comedy, theater, or something else altogether, GameTime has you covered. And they're giving you $20 off your first purchase. Download the GameTime app, create your account, and use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Again, terms apply. Create your account. Redeem code CHATSPORTS, CHATSPORTS, for $20 off. Link will be in the comment section and the description of today's show. Download GameTime today. What time is it? It's game time. All right, Delane again. Not a high-title recruit. 3-star, 650 overall out of Maryland. But in his career, the numbers are very good. Remember, this is 150 targets worth his way, which means he's allowing 7-ish, just under that, yards per catch. That's to target. That's pretty solid. Let alone you start to get the coverage snap numbers, and then you're really, really looking good there. Has allowed 6 touchdowns. Not ideal. Has a lot of interceptions, though. Is a sub 50% completion percentage guy. That is noteworthy. And again, per 24/7 Sports, 2 notable teams in the mix here. Oregon and Ohio State. Why do I feel like, as we move forward into the new era of the Big Ten, it's going to be a lot of the top guys, Oregon, Ohio State? I feel like that's going to be the case as long as Dan Lanning is there. And I think regardless of the Ohio State head coaches, by the way. Not terribly surprised on that front. So do you think OSU needs a DB in the portal? I'm not saying that you have to get one no matter what, but I think there's some good ones in there. Delane, DeCario Davis, I'd take either of those 2 guys. Delane from VT, DeCario Davis from Arizona. I'm all for it. What do you think, though? 1 for yes, 0 for no. One thing Ohio State very clearly wants, based on their actions, is offensive line help. And the latest target, again, per 24/7 Sports, is Nevada offensive tackle Isaiah World. First off, elite name. All-world offensive tackle. It's just so easy. He is in the portal, and there is mutual interest between the giant human being who's listed at 6'8", 309 and OSU. Now, World was not a highly touted recruit coming out. 140 in California, 137 among offensive tackles, 1,681. He has been basically a 3-year starter at both right tackle and more recently at left tackle. And he's gotten better each year. Now, he allowed 11 sacks as a freshman, had 13 penalties. That wasn't very good. 2 sacks and 34 pressures in 2023. 11 penalties. This year, the pressures get cut by about a third, and the sacks go from 13 in his first 2 years to 0. This is development. This is growth. 8 penalties, still a bit of a penalty magnet there. A lot of them coming in run blocking, by the way. The run blocking needs to be better. But as a large human pass protector, there's a lot of, I think, reason to be intrigued there. Also did pretty good against SMU, his toughest game of the year. 0 pressures allowed. That stuff is valuable to me. So I think offensive line in general, they've had interest in Josh Thompson. I think a guard and a tackle, this would be your tackle option. Thompson could be at a Northwestern, could be your guard option. Getting offensive line help just kind of feels like a must for Ohio State. And if you can identify talented players and get them in the one spot that doesn't have the same level of talent, quarterback is always going to be pretty heavy with guys hopping in and out, going to new teams, finding starting roles, etc. Getting a good tackle, even if it's just a good, not even a great starter, that's the stuff you got to try to do in the portal in the NIL era. Now, if you're enjoying our Ohio State transfer portal videos, appreciate that. Hit that sub button so you don't miss out. We got more free videos for you all off season long. Plus, we'll be live for the college football playoff. Hit that sub button right now.